for this last video that we're going to do with the cat, we're going to tackle a little bit of part 4. And I'm going to actually strike these muscles from what we need to know. So all of the muscles in part 4 we're not going to worry about, all right? With the exception of one, actually. I'm gonna keep one structure still in there. But all of these muscles, really, you would want to look at the muscle striations in order to know which one you're looking at. And that's something we can't do so well with these videos. The first thing I wanted to point out is we're on the dorsal side of our cat here. Up here is my scapula. And I'm feeling my cat, and I can feel these ribs. All right? The muscles that are going to be running in between my ribs, from rib to rib, are my intercostal muscles. And there's an external intercostal and an internal intercostal muscle. We're not going to be learning those, unfortunately, just because to really appreciate them, you need to look at the muscle striations. There were a few back muscles that we would have looked at that we're not going to look at. Really, they just correspond to epaxial muscles and hypaxial muscles on the shark. So from a comparative nature, we'll keep things a little simpler this year. The other group of muscles that we would have looked at are your abdominal muscles, okay, or your obliques. On the outside, you have your external oblique. You then have your internal oblique. And then lying deep to those are the transverse abdominis muscles. If we go all the way to the middle of our cat, you have rectus abdominis running up the middle of the cat. It's what's really creating this band look going up the middle. Now, one of the things you may have noticed on our cat is, once again, we have this line, this center line, running up the middle of the cat. So I'm not talking about rectus abdominis, the band. I'm talking about just this line running up the cat. Similar to the shark, that's linea alba. So you should know linea alba. Linea alba is just that line running up the cat. Okay? Because we can't really see things too well, because we're not in person here, I'm going to strike those obliques and abdominis muscles. But you should know, we have oblique and abdominis muscles that control the abdominal region and contraction of the abdominal region. And deep here, and what I showed you on the other side, we have our costal muscles, or intercostal muscles. Costal means rib, as we've learned already. And so we have intercostal muscles, external and internal, that are running between the ribs. I'm not going to quiz you on those or put those on an exam, just because you would have to be here in person to actually appreciate them.